The name Moss, David Moss, is quickly becoming a household name in the Tampa market like it was in Orlando.
And joining us now is one of the men behind that name, David Moss Jr., General Manager of Moss Nissan. Nice to have you here, David.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I mean, you really are not just a familiar name, but a familiar face. Because we see you everywhere.
I hear that a
all
lot.
over
Yeah.
TV and radio and the papers. And how has that changed things for you?
Well, it's kind of neat. It's kind of unique. You know, like where I live, I'm a local at our Home Depot, and recently, you know, I always have a project going on, so I go in there and people are starting to kind of look. And I'm just like, how you doing? What's going on? Yep.
Good for business, right?
It's great for business.
Yeah, I
it's
bet.
Great for business. Meet a lot of people out there that are like, hey, you know what? We're gonna come get a car from you. Perfect. And that means it's working, right?
And people are coming and getting a car from you. And you like to say we're closer than you think. So where are you exactly?
We actually have 3 buildings selling cars right now. We're in Newport Richey, right off of 54 and 19. It's actually took me 40 minutes to get from there to here, door to door.
That's so there to downtown Tampa. So that's 40 minutes. That's not bad at all.
It's not too bad. A lot of people think it's a lot further because if you look on the map, it's pretty far. But if you take the express lane down, I mean, it's pretty quick. And then we have a store up in Crystal River, Moss Nissan in Crystal River, and now we have Moss Wholesale to Public in Homosassa.
Wholesale to the public. I like the sound of that, too.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, why do you think people should, like, you've got a captive audience here now. Why should people consider Moss Nissan?
You know, we're not going to be able to buy everybody's business or earn everybody's business just by being on TV. All we ask for is that we get 1% of everybody's trust. Because when you buy a car, I mean, I think that's one thing I've noticed my entire life of being in the car business is trust is kind of a dirty word in the car business because a lot of people have been messed around with buying a car at some point in their past. And all we really ask for is 1% of that trust to be considered. You know, just if we're in the top 3 consideration and they give us an opportunity by coming to the store and meeting our people, I think they'll be blown away and we'll earn that other 99% of their trust and a customer for life. Because we're not in it just to sell one car or just to sell a car and never talk to them again. We stand behind everything we do, and we actually really pride ourselves in our team at all of our locations. We don't like turnover, so when we look to hire somebody, we look to hire a really good person. And people make mistakes. Sometimes we make mistakes and we don't do things perfect because we are human, but we really take pride in having the same people here, so when you do buy a car today, in 2 or 3 years when you go to trade in, you can come back and deal with the same person.
That's great.
When you come back in for service, you see the same people in service. You see the same technician. I was talking to a guy this morning, and he's like, man, I absolutely love Danny, my technician. He's the guy. When I come in, I ask for him to work on my car just because I know he's going to work and he's going to do the right thing.
And you know what you're talking about because, David, you started in the parts department yourself.
I did.
When you were very young, didn't you?
I did. Actually, I started washing cars, and I don't want to say the age, just, you know, for certain reasons, but I would go visit. I go with my dad to the store and wash cars.
You're just helping your dad out.
Yeah, summer job, make a little money, some Christmas money, some birthday money, and started washing cars, then started working in the parts department and went back into detail, service. We have our own media company, Moss Media Group, and started working there, editing and putting commercials together. Then I started selling cars.
And really quickly, in your commercials, you don't talk about price, you don't talk about financing and things like that. Why not?
We really try to stay away from that because there's so many ways to slice up a car deal. You know, finance, lease, cash. There's different incentives going on at different times. You could qualify for a different incentive based on where you live and what you currently drive. So anytime you see a price advertisement on TV, it's kind of hocus pocus.
Right.
I mean, you really have to, the stars have to really align for you to qualify for that exact price on that exact car. And at the end of the day, buying a car is the second largest investment that most people make.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be a game. So that's why we just advertise service. We advertise serving our customers. And that's what we do, and that's what we're all about. We feel if we serve our customers, price is going to be the easiest part.
All right. Well, listen, you heard it from the man himself, and you can visit the dealership at 3939 US Highway 19 North, Newport Richey, and or online at mossnissan.com.
David Moss Jr., thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. Great to see you, man.
Great to see you, too.
We'll be right back.